shit. Okay. Just an observation. This is not a prediction by any means. And I'm not the person to actually make a statement like this because I can't back it up with any science or anything. But just an observation, speculation on my part. My experience with women in one particular aspect, and I'm talking about women between the ages of about, 18 to 30. I'm not in that bracket anymore. Younger women like that typically will have an idea that they're after a goal. Let's say they want to date a certain kind of guy, or they have this picture in their mind, and they'll just strive and working towards that goal all the time. I'm going to meet that person or something close, and maybe, manipulate the difference or whatever. But once they finally get that idea, that fantasy man they're looking for, and he fits the image in their mind, typically they're done with that goal. Okay, on to something else. And it may have taken them quite a while to get to this point. And I don't want to say that they're fickle at that age, but once they get this thing that they've so wanted, they don't want it anymore. Just something I noticed. And so, that in mind, I don't know anything about pop culture. I don't know what the trends are. I don't know what's popular. I don't, I don't know what fashions are doing. I don't know any of that stuff. Okay. I'm at the age now, for the past 10 or 10 years, I've worn the same white t-shirts, Wranglers, army boots, and whatever stupid hat I have. And I could wear that to a wedding. I couldn't care less. You always seen those, you have an old relative, an uncle or whatever, grandfather, wears that same get-up all the time. He's found his place. He's found his thing. See, I used to laugh at that. Now I know exactly what those little guys are doing. This is what works for them. You ever seen those old guys that wear the like old jumpsuit, like flight pants, and have all the pockets and the whole thing? It's just a one-piece deal. It just looks corny as hell. I used to laugh at those guys. But now it's their outfit, and they'll wear it till the end. Okay, now I can totally respect what they're doing. Anyhow, I've heard, so I don't know what's going on out there, okay? But in the past month and a half, 3 or 4 times now, I've heard a woman state, they've all kind of said the same thing. One on Twitter, a couple of gals that I've met, and some on the radio talking about this. That at this time, these women who are in that age group, early 20s to early 30s, they are unsatisfied with the dating pool of guys, the guys they have available to them, but they are unsatisfied with their level of masculinity. Okay, now that's misleading. I'm not saying that they're not masculine. I don't think that's what they meant. But the type of masculinity that these people have, that's available to them today, that they're more sensitive, which at one time I think that's what they were all looking for, is men that were more sensitive to what's going on in the world and all this kind of stuff. Now they've got that, and I think what it is their focus is no longer, it's on other things other than her. And anyhow, so they're no longer satisfied with that. So if we see this group, this generation of guys, and we think they're lacking, and we would like for them to change, we can't make them change. Okay, but the women ignoring them, going in a different direction, that'll have an impact. So I think we're in the next, I don't know when, next year to 10 years, but I don't know what it's going to be, but you're going to see the idea man in their minds is being manipulated to something else, and a lot of these guys walking around don't fit it. And so they either got to change and get with the program, or a new batch is coming, or whatever the case is. But I think you're going to see the whatever the norm is right now is no longer going to be accepted by the people that participate in whatever the hell the norm is right now. Okay, so I think we're going to see a transition going along, and I mean, then it'll swing the other way too far, and it'll, you know, yin and yang and whatever. Like I said, this is just observation. When I hear 3 or 4 women say something like that, making a statement like that in a short amount of time, that's a mandate for me. Because I mean, I never know about these things when whatever's going on. But to hear these gals talk about it's not the level of masculinity, too sensitive. Like I said, once again, that's just code that they're thinking of other things and not them. Okay. But anyway, I think we see there's a change coming. I'm all for it. Anyhow, like I said, just an observation. I can't back this up with anything. I could be totally wrong. I have been before. Love you. God bless.
Started out with the dreams and the plans of a wise man, and ended up with the heartaches of a fool. As a boy